Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 spring season has officially begun. So, we're not spraying, we're not planting, we're disking. We are disking ground. We're in a, I'm in a, I don't know how many acres. I think it's 10 or 11 acres. It's a piece of ground that we've cropped for several years, and the owner of it wanted us to put it in a, he wanted it back in grass, and since, I mean, that's fine by us. I mean, don't get me wrong. So we're it's gonna go back in grass, but right now I'm disking it up to get it all. Well, we're trying to get it aired out is what we're doing, because it's still, it's not warm, but it's abnormally cool for this time of season. I think last night was down in the 30s, so it should be in the upper 40s, 50s by now. And I wanted to get some GoPro footage, but my GoPro's been sitting in my truck for the longest time. Oh, fuck! Whoop, sorry. Still working? Yeah, you are. Anyway, my GoPro's been sitting in my truck for the longest time, and I haven't used it. And now it's dead, so shit. Oh, excuse my French. Which really sucks, because today would have been a good day getting some disking footage here. So, oh well. So yeah, we're disking down this, or I'm disking down this 11-acre field here. As you can tell, it was soybeans last year. And I don't know what kind of grass we're putting back in here. I would think probably just normal fescue orchard grass mix, maybe with a little bit of clover. Yeah. Now, I've gotten a couple of questions about why we haven't reseeded any alfalfa. If you remember that 6-acre alfalfa field I always talked about a couple years ago, well, it finally played out. And of course, it's been in there for 10 years. And so it finally played out. And then we just, all we did was burn it down. I had soybeans over top of it. I think it's going into corn this year. So yeah. But the reason why we don't like seed down some new alfalfa is it is freaking expensive to seed down and keep it fertilized. According to my uncles. So that's the reason why we haven't seeded a new field of alfalfa, and it don't look like it will happen in the short future right now. I don't know. I kind of hope that in the distant future, when I get my own ground, acquire my own ground, I'm hoping that it's big enough farm. God dang it. I'm hoping where it's a big enough farm to where I wouldn't mind seeding 5 or so acres of it in alfalfa. That way, I mean, we've got plenty of good quality hay, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know, I like mowing alfalfa. I like everything there is about alfalfa. It's probably some of the best quality feed you can feed animals too. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, so no, alfalfa's not going in here. Probably just going to be a fescue orchard grass mix with maybe a little bit of clover. But other than that, that's about it. So yeah, the Case IH 10-foot disc is cutting in pretty good. I'm running about 5 miles an hour. That's what my uncle told me. I was running about 5.6, 5.8. I was running C4, but he told me to scale it back he told me to scale it back to C3. So I did. And before I get another comment saying we need a bigger disc, let me just remind you all, we are not a tillage operation. We do not do tillage every single year. I'm trying to think now. The most tillage we do is a waterway. It's waterways in the crop fields that washed out. I wouldn't call it a waterway. I'd call it a washout. And the garden. The garden's probably half an acre, I bet. Half an acre. Maybe it might be a full acre. I don't really know. So there's that. Ooh, somebody had the heat on in here. But so yeah, the last time we disced up a whole field. Well, okay, my uncle did it in the fall. Forgot about that. That little 8-acre field he's got right next to his house. After we took the soybeans off of it, he disced it down and planted wheat and orchard grass mixture on it, which that is looking real good, by the way. I should probably do an update on it. So yeah, but other than that, maybe one small crop field a year, maybe as much as tillage as we do, which is saying something since we have a three shank ripper. I think it's a 10-foot chisel plow, 3-point mounted, a 10-foot disc, two moldboard plows. We got a 3-bottom, and we got a 3-bottom 3-point mounted, and then we got a 4-bottom semi-mounted plow. Y'all have seen those. They're in the barn where the square and round balers sit. You haven't seen them in action, but you have seen them. Who knows, maybe one day my uncle will get a wild hair to go plow some ground, but not this year. Not this year. So anyway, I'm just going to keep discing around. It's about 11, it's almost 11:30 in the morning, Sunday morning, April 30th? 29th or 30th, I can't remember. It's the last Sunday of April. And we're finally going on getting some ground ready. So I'm gonna, and this is what my uncle told me, I'm gonna disc this whole field up. I'm going back and forth, and then I'll come do my turn rows. And then he said something about starting waterways or washouts in the other fields. And then we do that all afternoon. And then he said something about, and then my other uncle said something about coming back and disking this again late tonight. And then he said something about tomorrow he's going to smooth it out and it may get seeded at some point. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and catch y'all later. Okay, a little update. I got that whole field disced once, and then my uncle said, disc it again, go at a different angle. That way you're not throwing it the same direction. Which, okay, no problem. Disc worked fine the whole first go-around. And then I started going I was going at like a 45-degree angle. Not like that even matters or not, but anyway, so started running. I got about 3 or 4 passes in, and I noticed this disc gang right here
locked up, wasn't turning. So I was like, well, that's weird. And then it freed itself up. Okay. So I kept going, it kept working. It happened a second time. So when that happened, I got out of the tractor and came back here and looked. And the bearing's over here. The bearing on that side went out. Yep. She gone. So that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. So, me and my uncle pulled this off. Pulled that bearing off. There's the two blades, and it was actually pretty simple to get to. More simple than what I thought. But other than that, but what's weird is that bearing right there was a sealable bearing. All the other bearings on these other gangs are greasable. So it's just weird how that one was not a greasable bearing. I don't know if it had been replaced before. This has been used by other people, or owned by other people. So no telling how much crap this thing's gone through before it got to us. So anyway, so he went to town to get to see if he could find a bearing for it, and while he's gone, I set the auger up to the 14,000 bushel bin. He said something about truck drivers gonna come get some corn, haul out here, and then I dug out a ditch to get those two doors open down there where the 530 or where the tractor and planter and stuff sits, so he can get all that in there. So the AgVenture seed came in, 2 full pallets and a piece of a pallet of soybean seed. This is 45 WR7R. That's what that one is. And that's what that one is. So yeah, all Roundup ready, of course. And then, so that's 3 different kinds. Yeah, 4.7, 4.5, and 4.4. Okay, that's what that is. And then here's some AgVenture corn. Where's it at? There we go. That's what that one is. And then we also got some decal corn here, apparently. So yeah, and then apparently my buddy that graduated with me, he works at CPS, and apparently our soybeans that are coming from there are getting treated into one of our gravity wagons, so that's where they will be, from what he said. So he sent me a Snapchat one day. He said, "I'm stealing one of your wagons." I'm like, okay, why? And he told me why. So I guess that's where the other soybeans will be, instead of in them cubicles. Which, I don't know, I kind of like the cubicles better. Because you can take the loader tractor and just sit it right up over the planter, open the door, fill the box, shut it off, done. And then put your inoculant and all that stuff in there. So, anyway, I'm gonna wait for him to come back. I'm gonna give me something to eat. It's 3:30. I haven't ate lunch yet. So I'm gonna grab me a bite to eat. And when he comes back, we'll throw this back together. And hopefully I can get back up there and finish disking that field the second time. And then I'll see what my uncle says, and he may get me started on some washout fields up there. So we'll go from there. Oh, and something else. Before I forget, it's 6420. People have said it. What? Where's the fender to the right hand side? Well, it fell off a couple years ago, and here's the new bracket for it. So yeah, my uncle ran this one through the shop. As you can tell, the loader's off. He ran it through the shop and keeping it got it going and serviced, and he's got that in. It's not like that's necessary. He just got it to where we can disc with it, and we're good to go. But that fender will go on at some point. So yeah. And then there's our chemical back there. I see the chemical. We got some herbicides. We got some paraquat, atrazine, low volume fall 4 ester. Yeah. And then LS700. That's new. Lowland. So yeah. There's all the chemical. The Roundup will go in that trailer tank, and we'll go from there. So, there's 7210 and Bush Hog. That thing stayed hooked up all winter long. It's not like we needed the tractor or nothing. Since we don't have any fall calves, jeez, my stupid allergies. Since we don't have any fall cows anymore, we don't really have to grind feed during the winter. Only for that small bin over there to bring the cows in. And jeez. Oh. See if my memo's got some allergy medication. And then there sits the sprayer. So here we go.